Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, back with another speed build. This is the part 2 of the speed build that I released yesterday, which is the Spanish Colonial style home. Yesterday I did the exterior of this home, and then today I'm doing the interior of this home. Just to give you guys a heads up for the interior of this home, it's very big, and this video is about 20 minutes long, so I'm going to be talking for a very, very long time, which is often kind of hard for me to do because I kind of run out of things to say, or even like I run out of breath because I have to talk so much and so fast. So just, you know, be prepared for that. Keep that in mind, that it's not my strong suit to talk for 20 minutes long about, you know, anything. But here I am just setting up the house. This is, I believe, a 4-bedroom house, and then one of the bedrooms I make into like an office, and then the other 3 bedrooms are just normal bedrooms. There's like a master bedroom, and then there's like a kid's bedroom and like a guest slash like teenager's bedroom. And I did kind of put some character in the bedrooms. It's not totally like, you know, generic. It's, I do think that there are personality traits in certain bedrooms. Like I put in some musical instruments in one, and I put like art stuff in another, stuff like that. But you'll see when we get to the second floor. Right now I'm just doing the first floor. I had this idea that the dining room and the kitchen would be connected, but by like a narrow hallway. That'd be covered by kind of like this little curtain area in the, what's it called? Like the archway. And the idea behind that was just kind of like if you're throwing like a dinner party or something, it'd be more, I don't know, fancy, I guess. I've never been to like a really fancy dinner party, but that's kind of what I had in mind. Is like, you know, there's like the back kitchen and then like the little corridor where it leads into the main dining room. I don't know, I just thought it'd be a cute little touch. But I'm gonna be setting up the kitchen first. It's very blue, as you can see, blue tiles, blue floor. I end up really liking how this kitchen turns out. I really like how a lot of the interior turns out. But the kitchen especially, I think, ends up looking pretty cool. But here I am just putting down some stuff, trying to figure out what this is gonna look like. You can see I'm putting some closets here. I end up changing that whole setup. But yeah, as I said before, I really like the lower floor. The upper floor is still really cool, and I really do like it, but what I feel like happened is the lower floor, I experiment a lot more with color palette and design, and I feel like it's a lot more true to the exterior of the home, where it kind of has some, I don't know, kind of like some villa styles and some colorful things going on, whereas in the upper floor, it's still very colorful, but I feel like it's much more kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of a different style. Like I feel like the lower floor is a little bit more Spanish Colonial style, a little bit more like villa in Spain style, where the upper floor is a little bit more like fancy London townhouse style. And that's a really weird way for me to put it. And maybe you guys will see what I'm saying when we get up there, or maybe you won't. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about half the time, but you know, whatever. But I'm setting up the kitchen here. I chose this light, which was an interesting touch, but I like the idea of the candles and there being like a lot of greenery in here, because I didn't want it to be like super blue and white and brown. I wanted some other bright colors, so I put in these lights because I'm going to start putting in plants in this room too. And I'm just kind of setting up this dining table as like a big kind of central table where everyone like cooks together and like makes this big meal. I kind of had this idea that there's probably like a dinner party like planned for tonight, or maybe like a dinner party already going on, so that's why the kitchen's so busy. And later when I'm setting up the dining room, you'll see that I'm putting in or I'll be putting in some food on the table, like, again, like this is days when they're setting up for some sort of dinner party, or again, it's like already going on, something like that. So, like, I really like this build because that's kind of what I did a lot in this build, where I was thinking about, like, what could presently be happening as an action. Like, outside I set up all, like, the laundry stuff as if someone was in the middle of, like, doing the laundry. And I just kind of, I don't always do that in my builds, and I'm really happy that I decided to experiment with that and try to make it seem like the build was actively being used, as opposed to just kind of like sitting there and the Sims just kind of like show up and go through it. If that makes any sense. I was just like basically trying to put some story into it. But I changed there to like little cabinet setup. I really like how this looks. It looks so cute, and again, like with the stool there, it makes sense that someone could like stand on the stool to like reach an upper shelf. I put a lot of thought into what like people would need to make this space work, like what the Sims would require, or what would make the space seem more like it's being used. Again, I feel like I did that more on the downstairs area than the upstairs area, and I don't know why. I think I was honestly probably just getting tired when I went upstairs, because the upstairs was like the last part I did of this build, and like I said, I was up until 5 a.m. working on this build, so that's probably why that kind of happened. I still think it looks really good, and I still think you guys will like it, but just to give you some context as to why it might look a little bit different. But let's see, now I'm just gonna put in, I put in like this little breakfast nook dining area in the corner here, and I feel like it turned out pretty well actually. I think it's really cute, and then I put in like this really colorful painting you'll see in a little bit. Again, I was really experimenting with color palette in here and just trying to bring in some more unique colors and some more, I don't know, life and vibrancy into this build, I guess. So you'll see what I do with my color palette in a minute. Here I'm just picking out a light. I don't know why it took me so long to find a light. I think I was just trying to pick a light that seemed to work with the vibe. And then let's see, over here I thought about putting in a mirror. I ended up not doing this, just didn't like how it looked. But like I said before, I ended up putting in a painting over here after I put in my plants, which I'm doing now. Because again, I really like the focus of nature on this build, and the exterior especially is so beautiful. I wanted there to be like a lot of nature and beautiful things inside the build too. So there's a lot of plants in this kitchen especially. So I put in like this colorful painting here. I think it's really pretty, really outside my comfort zone in terms of color palette, because it doesn't necessarily like match the color palette in this kitchen, but it at the same time it like complements it, and I feel like it looks good. I don't know, I'm happy with myself that I tried to go outside my comfort zone with color. Yeah, I don't know. And then I'm just setting up a little plant area over here, because I like these windows that have like a little, I don't know what you call that, a little bottom area, like a little place that like juts out into the exterior. The only problem is when you put plants there, sometimes like the color changes because it's not registered as being inside, so like there's like weird color changes, so that's kind of annoying, but I made it work, it looked fine. And then here I am just setting up this little hallway area that connects the kitchen to the dining room, and I kind of just figured this would be like an extra storage space, maybe a space where someone checks like if all the dishes are coming out correctly on that little notepad, something like that. Then I just put a radiator there because, I don't know, to heat the dining room because it's adjacent, I don't know. And I chose this like purple wallpaper instead of that green one because the green one was kind of weird. It's kind of too dark for what I was going for. And I like the purple a lot. I just felt it was so, I don't know, it was nice. It's like a lilac-y purple, it's pretty. You can see I put a ping pong board out there, and you'll see why in a sec. But here I am just setting up the dining room. It's a very big dining room, to be honest, like it's kind of massive, so I believe I put some other stuff in here too, like a piano and, I don't know, some other decorations, but we'll get to that. Putting in my lighting, let's see, plants, oh yeah, plates, table settings, because I was planning on this kind of being where, you know, a dinner party was going on, like I said before. Yeah, I kind of imagine this would be like the kind of house that has like a staff, you know, like a staff of people who cook and stuff, if that makes sense. I don't know, I've been watching too much Downton Abbey, but you know, like a staff of people who like keep the house running and like work in the villa and that kind of thing. So I like, again, that goes back to the whole like dinner party thing, and I don't know, obviously the people who live here are massively rich. But setting up a little side table over here, or like a little, I don't know what you call it, a little console, I don't know, a dresser, a credenza, I think that's the word I'm looking for. That painting, again, very interesting color choice. I think it works. I think it's a bright, vibrant pop of something, and again, it's outside my color palette a little bit, and a little bit outside my comfort zone, but I think it looks really good. I think it complements what's going on in this room. So yeah, I'm pretty proud that I try something new. Again, trying to find a light that works, and then over here I'm gonna put in a chase lounge, I believe. Yeah, here we go. That one's really nice. I love how the purple matches the walls. And then I'm just gonna pop in a pillow on there. And then let's see. Ooh, a mirror. That's a nice touch. Okay, and then over here we're gonna put in a piano. Took me a second to figure out how I wanted this piano to be placed. I just ended up putting it against the wall because just, I don't know, I thought it looked more uniform with the rest of the room. And then I'm just gonna put in some plants, again, just to bring some life and vibrancy into this space. Let's see, what color does the piano end up being? Is it just blue? I think it's just a blue piano. It's nice. I like the blue piano. It's cute. Lighting, and then over here in this corner, I do not recall. Oh, I just put in this, I don't know what you call it. I think it's like a cabinet where you would keep like utensils, what's this called? Like china, like plates and stuff. You could keep in that cabinet over there. I thought it'd be really pretty. And then over here, this is like a half outdoor area where I figured you could play ping pong. Ping pong wasn't my desired sport. I wanted to put like a pool table or something a little bit more classy, but they only had ping pong, so ping pong it is. Not that I'm not dissing ping pong. I love ping pong. I was in a ping pong club in middle school, believe it or not. So I would certainly enjoy having the ping pong table if this was my villa. I'd play ping pong every day. And I was actually pretty good at ping pong in middle school. I don't think I'm good at ping pong anymore, but in middle school I was pretty good. I beat the instructors a lot, but now looking back, I think they probably just let me beat them. But you know, whatever. Decorating this bathroom pretty lightly. Not going into too much detail because I'm not a huge fan of bathrooms, to be honest, decorating them. Put that cute little rug in, just decorating this hallway, making it seem pretty. And then we're gonna move on to the living room. Honestly, I feel like I could have done more with the living room. I do like how it turns out, but I don't necessarily feel like it matches the level to which I like the other rooms on this floor. It still looks good. I need to stop like downplaying my work, but I think it, yeah, you know, it looks good. I'm gonna say that I like it. I like this, what's it called? This fireplace. It's, again, goes back to like that Spanish Colonial style. I really like how that is like in the center of the living room, even though it's more of like an outdoor fireplace, but I still think it looks really good here. And then I'm just gonna set up my couches. As you can see from these types of couches that I'm choosing, a little bit of the European London townhouse style is starting to creep in, and you'll see that a lot more upstairs. I still really like this style, and I think it's really pretty, but again, it's not necessarily matching the exterior of this build or what I'd necessarily set up in other rooms, but it's fine. Still looks good, still a fan. Yeah, anyways, over here I'm just picking out some seats to put over here. I don't believe those, yeah, I put in these seats instead. These are a little bit more modern than other parts of the build, so I don't know, going back I'd probably change these seats. They're really pretty and I still think they work, but they're just a little bit too modern, I think. I should have gone with maybe like something wicker or something a little bit more traditional, old looking, something like that. And then over here I'm just gonna set up a little mirror, painting on the wall, keeping it pretty simple. And then over here, ooh, bookcases, do I? No, I believe I put something else here. I put these bookcases over here. I've never used these bookcases before, but I actually thought for once that the color palette they chose for the books actually like matched my build, which is rare, which is why I usually don't use their bookcases, is because like the colors of their books like never matched my color palette. But in this case it did, so that was like a lucky break. So you'll see these bookcases a lot in this particular build. And then I set up a little entryway area. Again, not my favorite room. I think it's fine, it works, but it's a little bit, a little basic, I think. But let's move upstairs. So I just gotta replace this lamp really quick for the shorter version. And then over here, we're going to set up my rooms. The rooms end up being pretty big, actually. Like kind of massively big. But like, again, like the people who live here obviously are very, very rich, so they can have massive rooms. Putting in my doors, lights, walls, etc, etc, etc. Just getting it all set up. Lights, 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 walls, walls, walls. I brought in this pink wallpaper and a gray wallpaper to just mix up the walls a little bit. You can see how freaking big this build is. That's a lot of rooms. And I just did the bathrooms all together at the same time generically, because again, I wasn't gonna go into detail for every single one of these bathrooms. But I still think they look nice. Like, you don't need like a lot of details in your bathroom. It can be pretty basic, pretty much minimalist, I guess. I don't even know if that would be considered minimalist. I mean, there's still a lot of stuff and decorations in these bathrooms, but I didn't go in as detailed with the decorations in my bathrooms. And then this is one of the kids' rooms. I figured this would be a room for like twins or something like that, or just kids similar in age. But here I am setting up the, I don't know, paintings I think I'm doing above the beds, yeah. And I put matching paintings just because I thought that was cute. the little radiator over here. This is about the time, let's see, this was probably like 4 a.m. So I was starting to, you know, the cogs in my machine were starting to slow down, and I was starting to be like, oh my god, I'm so tired. But you know, I had to push through, I had to finish, and I'm happy with how it turned out. But at this point in time, I was totally gone. So if there's any questionable decisions you see in the interior design of this build, I mean, I was sleep deprived, so please forgive me. But here I am just putting in some more decorations, keeping it pretty simple, didn't go crazy. I put some toys in this room too, because it's a kid's room, stuff like that. Oh, I totally forgot to ask you guys. Okay, I was gonna mention this yesterday, but what did you guys do for Valentine's Day? It was on Sunday. Yeah, what did you guys do? I'm curious. You know, obviously we're in the middle of a pandemic, so I'm just curious as to what people's pandemic COVID Valentine was like. I know a lot of people did like really cute like home stuff where you like set up your room in a certain way, or you can like watch Netflix together and like, I don't know, Netflix and chill, but then like buy them chocolate too. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just asking you guys, what did you do for Valentine's Day? Did you guys have fun? Did you have a Galentine's Day? A Palentine's Day, which is like with your pals? Did you, I don't know. What did you guys do? Yeah. My gift, my Valentine's Day gift was a pasta maker, which is wonderful, because I've been wanting a pasta maker for a while, like one of those little crank things where you like crank out the pasta. I know that's such like a random Valentine's Day gift, but trust me, it's what I wanted, so I was very happy with it. Yeah, because I've been wanting to learn how to make fresh pasta for a while. I used to do it by hand and then like cut apart the noodles, but it was so exhausting and tedious that I like stopped making fresh pasta because of that. So the gift was actually really nice, because now I can like get back into making pasta by hand. Yeah, it's a random fact. I like making fresh pasta. I'm probably not that good at it, but hopefully the machine will help me. And I can make like fettuccine and spaghetti now, and like maybe ravioli, maybe a lasagna. I've never made a lasagna before, but I feel like I should try, you know? Anyways, that was my Valentine's Day. It was my pasta maker. Yeah. Anyways, this is like the teenager / possibly a guest room. This is the room that has like the music stuff in it, so probably more of like the teenagers room, and like they were just like interested in music and stuff. And as you'll see throughout this build, I gave everyone like a typewriter and a computer, which is an odd choice, but I was kind of feeling this typewriter thing, but I still wanted it to be relatively modern build, so I also have the computer. Then I gave them 2 guitars and putting some records on the wall, and then here I am just putting in decorations, a rug, and then I believe a piano, yeah. A keyboard against the wall with a little painting there. And then, let's see, we're gonna move on to the master bedroom. I split it up into like a bedroom area and then like a, I don't know, like a bed area and then like a chill area. I don't know, that doesn't make any sense, but you'll see in a second. So this is like the bed area, and then over here is like the, as I said, the chill area. Putting in my curtains, gonna put in a rug. I really like how that like dark red maroon like goes with this wallpaper. It's just a really interesting combination. I like it a lot. Do you guys see what I mean? How this is less like Spanish colonial style and a little bit more London townhouse style? Or does that not make any sense? I don't know, maybe I'm seeing things, but that's kind of the vibe that I got from this. I still think it goes with the house, as I said before, many times. I'm gonna put in these bookcases that I use downstairs because I love the color palette of the books. And then I'm just gonna set up, let's see, what do I set up? Just a little, I believe it's just like a little seating area. Cause like there's this outdoor balcony area, and then, let's see, what am I doing? See, I don't remember this because this was at 5 a.m., so like I was totally freaking zoned out here. I'll put a little wicker chair, and then I just put a rocking chair out here, just, yeah. Okay, alright, that was a room. And then over here I'm just gonna set up a little tiny gallery wall, pretty simple gallery wall, nothing too major. And then over here is just gonna be a small little sitting space. I put a TV up here since there's no TV downstairs and I wanted them to have a TV. Kept this area pretty simple. Didn't go crazy with it because again, I was very tired. Yeah. But yeah, putting in some decorations, making it very pretty, very, very chill. And then we're almost done with this build. Let's see where it finishes. I think it finishes like right about here. Yeah, there we go. That is the build. We are finally done with it. It was very fun to do. I experimented a lot, like a lot. Here are top-down screenshots, or well, they were, just so you guys could get a general sense of what the layout looked like, and here are all my screenshots. There's a lot of screenshots. I think there's like 40 screenshots just because there's so many rooms and so many angles of all the rooms. But please let me know what you think of this build. I tried something new, just in terms of like design and color palette, and I was trying to be more realism focused, like more in the sense of like function and what this would look like in real life, and mixing colors, and just trying to do, I don't know, just trying to be outside my color palette. So let me know what you guys think, because I don't know, I just really want to know what you guys think. Anyways, I hope you all had a very good weekend, very good Valentine's Day, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.